me. Caligula. Tiki samba.
Tiki samba.
Maza, maza, maza.
Maza, maza, maza.
All the way, all the way, all the way. Now you didn't know what that was, but you heard it a long time ago. And then all of a sudden you were in the 6th grade and you were starting to get paperwork saying, hey, guess what? We have a trip this year. We could go away up to Portage and have some fun cross-country skiing and snowshoeing and surviving and rock climbing and things like that. And that spirit started to grow inside of you. And it was getting louder. Ooh, Kalela.
Ooh, Kalela.
Tiki samba.
Tiki samba.
Maza, maza, maza.
Maza, maza, maza.
Ooh, all the way, all the way, all the way.
Ooh, all the way, all the way, all the way.
The day came. You got on that school bus. You loaded all that stuff on the trailer and you started to drive. And you drove, and you drove, and there was Wilmer. And you drove, and you drove, and sure enough, you made it to Alexandria. And you drove, and you drove, and you drove, and finally you saw the sign that says,
Boy Scouts.
Brainer! You kept driving. We're never gonna get there. Finally you saw the sign that says Deep Portage, 2.6 miles down this road. You turned on our road, and you went around the corners. Went around the corners, up the hills, around the corners, around the corners. And finally, 1 mile till the building. You drove and you drove, you made it. You got off that school bus and you moved into rooms. You went on survival class. You got lost in Charlie the base. You went on the rock climbing wall. You built a fire in survival with your friends and classmates and things like that, and that spirit was getting louder. Ooh, Kalela!
Ooh, Kalela.
Tiki tamba!
Tiki samba.
Maza, maza, maza!
Maza, maza, maza.
Ooh, all the way, all the way, all the walk.
Ooh, all the way, all the way, all the walk.
You had some night stalker activities, and then you went to bed. You got up very early because you were so excited, and there was minus 11 degrees outside. Like, that's not going to stop us. You went outside. You did all kinds of fun activities. You had some nice lunch, some nice supper, and finally you came to your Deep Portage campfire, where we have been having songs and skits and stories, and the spirit is the loudest that it will ever be. Ooh, Kalela!
Ooh, Kalela.
Tiki tamba!
Tiki samba.
Maza, maza, maza!
Maza, maza, maza.
Ooh, all the way, all the way, all the walk.
Ooh, all the way, all the way, all the walk.
Tomorrow, you are going to get up. You are going to move out of your rooms. You are going to have one final activity and a nice hot lunch. That school bus is going to show up and pick you up, and then you're going to drive. And finally, after 3.5 hours of driving, you are going to roll into the parking lot at your school. And as you get off that bus, as you unload that trailer, those 5th graders, those